Welcome to the weekly Forex forecast for the 3rd of February. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. My name is Chris from thetradingmentors.com. We're going to go through the charts and we're going to give you my favorite trades. My name is Chris. I've been trading for over 35 years and give you my insights into the best trades for this week. We're going to start off at the top, as usual, with the DXY. So understanding correlation within the markets is a key to your long-term success. If you don't understand correlation, then let me know and I'll explain it all to you. We do coaching lessons and support signals and so on for you. So all the links are in the description if you wish. So let's see what's going on with the DXY. We can see it's holding on to some support here in terms of the daily chart, but we do need to see further confirmation before we go long. However, we do have a break up into the long trade in terms of the US dollar, so we do expect stronger dollar into this week to 110.02. Now, if the DXY holds onto the market structure, achieving higher lows and higher highs, then we do expect stronger dollar, and that means sells for the euro dollar, sells for the pound US dollar, sells for the Aussie, and buys for the US Swiss, and so on and so forth. I'll cover those in the next few minutes. But we're going to have to wait because we do have non-farm payroll this week on Friday. So the early trades, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we could see some long positions on the dollar. In terms of the Japanese yen futures, really unclear as to which direction this wants to go. On the left, we can see that the price is in a long-term downtrend, but not confirmed, because we do need to see the price capitulate, and it's not doing that. So I want to see the price move down from here and then start to move below the 20 SMA. And of course, on the right is the 4-hour chart. For this to be a sell, I do need to see it break this structure here and then move down here. If that is the case, we see that with this week, then are we going to see a lot of long positions on the pound yen, euro yen, and all the other yens. So look out for that this week. But I'll keep you up to date in the VIP room every day as to what's going on. Now, the Swiss franc futures looks very interesting. We been waiting for this. We did get the break on Friday and a big fat sell signal on the advanced pro charts. So we do expect further weakness in terms of the Swiss franc futures. So what this means, if we see a break of this support line here in the next few days, maybe Monday or Tuesday, then that continuation into this channel is highly likely. So back down to this area of 109.50 in the next few days. Now, what this means in terms of correlation, we do expect the Swiss pairs, pound Swiss, euro Swiss, and so on, to then go up. That is the correlation. Once we get that break here, then we will be going long on all those pairs. Onto the indices now, and the S&P 500 looks okay. I am waiting for a fresh buy signal. It is achieving higher lows and starting to achieve higher highs, but we do need to see this break here at 6122. However, we can see that within the channel, the price is highly likely to continue up into next week and do something like this up to 6303. The FTSE 100 is rallying, as we can see, has been, and congratulations for VIP members who had the move on the FTSE 100. Could still be in it. We do have a little bit of divergence negative in the markets, which indicates possible pullback into this week. So any kind of pullback down to this area here of 85, 60, somewhere like that, then we can see another move much higher. So look out for that. The Hang Seng has been moving up, but not really that much. We can see that the price has moved up. We've got big fat buy signal here and above the 20, so we can expect this price to continue. Any kind of pullback here is going to push the price up to 21,256. Sent a signal this week, and you are in profit if you followed that single signal at your own risk, of course. Aussie 200 has been rallying a little bit of negative divergence, which has thrown the price out, which is normal. But I think as long as the price continues, there is a little bit of supply here. As you may see, let me draw a line there. Oops, wrong colour. Green is good. So we can see a bit of supply here, which could indicate further downside move is likely. But if it holds on to market structure, we could see further upward moves in the next few days. DAX has been rallying, as we've been mentioned in the VIP room as well. A nice break up here, another break up here, indicating further buying. So if you're following the Advanced Pro charts, then you're making money. Again, bit of negative divergence in the market, so I do expect the price to come down to somewhere around here and then start to move up again in the next few days. Dow Jones Index bullish and moving up. You can see by the brick green color, and often when it comes down to support, it bounces up again. Bit of negative divergence, so maybe a pullback, maybe a bit of correction coming this week. The Nasdaq, well, we had a bit of trouble with technicals, didn't we? Well, it didn't last long. It bounced, it fell quite significantly in, well, so the news says, but it wasn't really. Don't listen to the news, whatever you do. So the price came down to support, bounced up, and I do expect it to come back up to 22,825 this week. Silver been rallying in the last couple of days. If you've seen that, congratulations. I don't trade silver, I trade gold, but nonetheless, either one doesn't matter. I do expect the price to continue up. Bit of negative divergence, but I'm not worried about that too much. It just indicates the price needs to pull back and into this area and then start to move up again. I'll let you know when it's ready. Having a look at oil, we can see that it's in a continued downtrend in the short term. Has been rallying in the last month or so, but I think we do need to see a breakout to the upside here. We can see on the left the price cycle is way oversold here, so selling at this level doesn't make sense for me anyway. So I'm looking at this, and a divergence here indicates the price is going to break in the next few days. So I do expect price to break and then back up to $80. We won't be trading oil until we see the break. We've got a short on gold. I'll cover that in a minute. Let me do that now, actually. This is the gold on steroid system software. It's a Pine script coded, so you don't need any indicators with it. It just comes with it. And what it does automatically, it measures the trend. A couple of things it does. It measures trend, green background. It also measures liquidity in the market. The number 2, 1, 2, 3. The liquidity, the higher the number, the stronger the trend, and that's when you should be getting in if you're missing out. So we saw some liquidity come into the market on Friday, and it rallied up to the double top and then a fallback and then a change of character. So the entry price only appears when you see a change of character. Okay, so it only appears once, and then you either get in or you don't. It's your choice, but it automatically appears on your chart. So we do expect a little bit of a pullback down to 27.85 into Monday, and then we're going to have to play it by ear. If we have a stronger dollar, we could see that gold falls quite significantly in the coming few days. So we can see, this is US yen, we don't want that yet. Let's do gold. So we can see here that it looks like there is a need for a correction. We can see that the price is going to come down, and I do expect the price to come down to around here, possibly, which is 27.93, and then start to move back up again, maybe into $3,000 in the next couple of months. Euro dollar for you Euro dollar fans. So what we're seeing here is a capitulation of the dollar. So if we see a stronger dollar, which we expect into this week, then we're going to see a sell-off of the euro dollar. What needs to happen for me? It needs to break this 20 SMA here. Once it does, then we're going to see a possible free fall here if the dollar really rallies. And as we can see from this 4-hour chart, we can see I need to see this price break the support line. and once it does, we have possible free fall. So look out for that. I'll keep you updated in the VIP room. If you're not in the VIP room, click on the links below. Now this is not as good as you can see as the euro dollar. The pound USD is holding on to some kind of strength here, and we could see a little bit of a break if the dollar goes weak. Now, so the euro dollar weak is a far better trade to go short than the pound USD. Now this is interesting. This is the Aussie USD. I've got this sectioned out here because it's now reached a point where it's holding on to market structure and a very strong support line. So it needs to make up its mind. It needs to break out, and it needs to break out quite quick. And it's starting to do that, but you can see this channel is not quite ready to actually accept the breakout to the upside. Now, in order for this to go up, of course, we do need the dollar to go weak. That is the correlation. We might not see that, so we may see the price just break down at some stage and start to head down to 61.36. US Swiss is looking good, actually. This does the opposite to the euro dollar, of course. Don't trade both. So if you prefer to go long on your positions rather than short the euro, then it's probably a good idea to consider the US Swiss. A couple of things I need to happen here. I need to see the price move out from this resistance line, which is automatically given on your chart on the Advanced Pro charts, and then we can see the price move up if the dollar goes stronger. A big fresh fat buy signal in the long-term trend as well, which helps us to make better decisions, doesn't it? And we also have the price cycle in a really nice place. So this is heading for a fib extension of 50% to 93.82. So look out for this one. This could be hot, maybe even ready on Monday. US Canadian, yeah, this is looking okay. This is looking good. Big fat buy signal here. Not quite as clear as the US Swiss, so I prefer that personally. US yen has been moving down, but it's like a correction. This I'm not convinced of a short here. I think this is going to go up with the dollar, and if we see a weaker yen futures, then that's going to drive this much higher. And we have positive divergence as well in this market. But so I do want to see a significant price extension up and above this red line here. Let me draw it here so it's easier. There we go. So up above there is highly significant, and therefore it's going to be above the 20 SMA. It's going to be above the resistance line, and we're highly likely to get a move much higher. Certainly back up to 158.90 and possibly even higher. Euro Aussie, I haven't seen this for a while, so yeah, that doesn't look particularly good. Pound Aussie looks better, doesn't it? Right, okay, so a couple of points here. I'm happy with this. This is one of my hot trades, and what we'll be doing on Monday. If you can see this price now is hitting a major support area here into this channel. Often we see the price come down deeper into here, but one thing to note here is the price cycle on the 4-hour chart. We can note that the price is moving into a very oversold area in an uptrend. So this is what we call confluence, moving into an area where several things are happening at the same time. Before this becomes a buy, I really want to see the price move above the 50 on the RSI and the money flow. So once this does move into there, it's going to do something like this, and then you're going to get a buy. Your stop will be here, and we'll be going for 2 times the risk. So look out for that one. Looks very nice indeed. Whoops. Yeah. This is interesting. We can see that there's got a bit of a channel going on, which is down, which is indicative of, let me show you, somewhere there, of a supply. So basically what happened is the price has gone up to supply, been rejected with negative divergence. We can see that by this red line, which is automatically drawn on your chart. You don't got to do anything. So I do expect the price to go down before it possibly goes up again, but not the best chart in the world, to be honest. Now this is looking okay. The New Zealand Canadian looks slightly different, doesn't it? And maybe a continuation pattern here into this channel. As long as it holds into market structure, we could see a continuation. However, there is a little bit of a conflict here on the left, isn't there? You can see that it's fighting with this downtrend from many months ago. So I don't know about this. I'll be keeping an eye on it, but I'm not that bothered. Aussie Canadian, very similar pattern. Euro New Zealand, just flicking through these, see if I can spot anything. Yeah, nothing there. Pound New Zealand. Oh no, this is interesting. Yes, I done the analysis on this for VIP members the other day. So I do expect the price to actually come down to the 50% fib, which is 21867. So all I've done is a fib retracement, and then we got a 618 as well. So I do expect the price to come down to that level in the first few days. We got negative divergence, which is great because that means there's going to be a clear out, and then the price comes down. We might see some confluence into this area here at some stage, where we'll be looking to buy into this trade. 2 to 1 is very good. So this indicates the price cycle is not finished. It does need to move down into this area, and there is a buy now alert on there. So I'll throw that into the VIP room once it comes to my email. So what you're looking for, wait for price to come down into this support area here. Wait for the oscillator and the price cycle to be oversold, and then wait for the money flow to move down and then move back up again. That's really important. Once it does that, then you're likely to get a nice profit in that trade. I haven't seen these, so bear with me. Canadian Swiss is still looking short, in my view. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. So we can see the channel. We can see the red background, which indicates further downside momentum is likely. It's stalling a little bit in terms of where it goes next because of this big uptrend here on the daily. So we could expect maybe a jump up, but there's going to be probably better trades to be had, to be fair. Yeah, the pound Swiss is looking nice. I think there may well be a pullback in the first few days. We like pullbacks. They're not bad things. We do need that. And then a clear out, and then the signal goes to target. Target, by the way, is 11468. Now on to the yens. Now much depends, as I've mentioned earlier, the yen futures contracts. The yen futures contracts dictates the direction to which the yens go. All right. If we see a weaker yen futures, the price goes up. Now, what's happened here with the Swiss yen? It's moved into an area of really strong support here with divergence as well. So we're highly likely to see a bounce here. Now we can see from the 4-hour chart this is in a channel, so you may find it just bounces up to here and then moves back down again in the next few days, but no real clarity with that one, so that's why it's not highlighted in red or green. There is one favourite trade I have my eye on, and I'll cover that in the next few minutes. Euro yen is in the downtrend channels. We can see we're seeing a continued slippery slope here, aren't we? Which could be interesting. If the yen futures continues up, guess what? We'll have a sell on the euro yen. As long as it holds on to this channel here, then we could see this move down to 158.43. Could be a nice trade, that one. I'll mark that one. Similar situation for the New Zealand yen, as you can see. Aussie yen and New Zealand yen do the same thing. Sells only at this stage, so sells only at this stage. You Canadian yen, looks like we're going to see a bounce. Hit our target 106.37. Congratulations, VIP members. 109.67 was the sell. That's about 300 pips. Pound yen, right? Okay. So what's happened here is the price has bounced and the price cycle has pushed the price higher, but we're not actually seeing the price move above the 20 as well. See how it's rejected here on the left. So I think what's going to be happening here, I think this is going higher. But I think I need to see this break this wedge formation. It's a very basic wedge, I know, but I do need to see price action on this chart. Now on the 4-hour chart, as I mentioned, we have a change of character to the upside to the top of this range, and I do expect the price to go higher from the bottom of this range. Now there's a couple of things going on. Firstly, it's come down to the 50% retracement of the previous move, and to the 618 actually as well, and rejected the 618. So that's interesting. What we won't do is trade it until we get clarity. So I need the price to break out into this area, and I need the price to break into this area. Once it does, then I think we can expect quite a big move up to 197 as an example, which is 500 pips. In order for that to work, we do need the yen futures contracts to capitulate, i.e. go down. So before we go long on this, we will be looking into the yen futures when it's live, and we will be going long this if the yen futures is going weak. Into Bitcoin, hasn't really done much this week, has it? Markets have been pretty choppy because we had FOMC, we had inflation data, we had all sorts of things going on last week. So this is what happens when you get data. So there's no clarity in terms of Bitcoin. If you're holding a wallet, I would certainly hold it, and I would certainly expect this to go to $200,000, $260,000 by 12 months time. So lots to ponder, lots to look for, and look out for in the VIP room. So if you remember, then great, happy days. We got lots to talk about, and I will be going into the VIP room once I see things going on. Now Monday morning is often really quiet, so we might not even have a look Monday morning. I'll have a quick look, but usually Monday mornings is really dead because they're waiting for the New York session to open. But we'll have to wait and see. Have a wonderful weekend.